But we look at all the quarterbacks in division, guys. Which one has the most approved?
This is easy. I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins. As a matter of fact, he's got the very strange contract situation. Yep. We know, does he even want to be in Washington long term, even though Jake Gruden sort of made it sound like he likes being there. He had a great season last year, 4,900 yards. His two top receivers, Deshaun Jackson and Pierre Garçon, both gone, plus his offensive coordinator is gone. There's a lot of stuff going on around Kirk Cousins with so much at stake for him.
Mike, does that even matter, though? I mean, Cousins, is he the quarterback with the most to prove when you look at the other quarterbacks in this division?
Well, to me, the guy who has the most to prove is Dak Prescott, and that's because my standards for him have become astronomical after last season. What a revelation last year. What a great story. And even though they lost the playoff game as the #1 seed to the Packers, he lost it in the best possible way. He led them back in the fourth quarter. Great comeback, total poise, which we saw all season. So that convinced me that along with that great offensive line and Ezekiel Elliott and Des Bryant, that Dak Prescott can elevate this team when it matters most. So when I say he has the most to prove, the caveat is I expect huge things from young Dak.
Well, and I'll go to the veteran in the division, and that's Eli Manning. He's 36. There is a window. Last year, with two rookies in the division, Eli Manning had the most giveaways and the most interceptions of any quarterback. That can't happen. And Eli Manning this spring stood in front of us reporters at the Giants facility and said, I have to get better. He added, I have to throw more touchdowns, fewer interceptions, and complete more passes. That kind of paints the picture.
Well, quickly, Eli's got the most weapons out of all these quarterbacks.
And now he's stocked. He is stocked. No excuses for the Giants offense.
Guys, I'm going to round this out. I'm going to say Carson Wentz.
Yep.
Has the most to prove. He was the #2 pick. The Eagles gave up a bounty to get him. He was about 16 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Second year in the system. I think the Eagles have every opportunity to win this division right here. They go out and get him Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey Smith. They're clearly building around him. Plus, to Mike Silver, to your point, he is aligned with Dak Prescott now. They're both going into their second years. Dak, yes, he had more pieces, a better offensive line. But again, Carson Wentz, I think he's a guy who should be able to take the Eagles to the next level.
And they helped him by getting him receivers, as the Giants did by getting Brandon Marshall, maybe the best free agent signing to me. They recognize the window. And look, Eli's the best quarterback in the division right now. I think we tend to underrate him. He had a really good regular season, didn't have a great playoff game, nor did his receivers. So the challenge for them is not only to get back, but if they do get back, elevate in that moment.
Quickly, since you said Kirk Cousins, do you think this contract situation is something that could take away from his game? Because he does seem to be an ascending player.
Look, I have no doubt that he's an ascending player, and I think he's a level-headed guy. Having said that, he's also human, and if nothing gets done, which I don't think any of us have any serious expectation it will get done, how can it not weigh on his mind, particularly if he doesn't really want to be there long-term and he has his sights set maybe somewhere on the West Coast?